I am Mrs. Mercer. Today is, what's today's date?
The 25th.
The 25th of February, Thursday, 25th of February. I'm here with Brianna Nolan. I have met with Brianna before. We have a permission slip saying that Mom is aware that she is being videotaped as well as being counseled by myself, Mrs. Amanda Mercer. Are you aware that you're being videotaped at this time?
Yes.
Okay. So I also want to address confidentiality. Last time we met, I told you that confidentiality, well actually you told me what confidentiality is. Do you remember what confidentiality is?
Yes, it's when something has to stay between two certain people and it can't go outside of those two people.
Except when?
Except whenever, like, you have to tell someone something certain, like the principal or someone else like that.
Okay, so I'm going to fill in the blanks for you. You did very well, by the way, so I'll help you out. So if you tell me that somebody's hurting you, or you want to hurt somebody else, or that you know that somebody is hurting, I have to say something to someone, okay? Okay, is that fair? Okay, so that's confidentiality. But you're absolutely right. What state says in here stays in here, okay? I will talk with Ms. Frank O'Connell about it. She is my supervisor, so she will be very aware of this interaction, this communication. But other than that, unless you want me to tell Mom, Dad, it will be between us, and I'll respect your wishes on whatever you decide, okay? Okay. All right, so last week we met. You told me that there were some things going on in the family. And Dad had moved to Greenville because he was searching for work, and he has found work, right? But you also told me that you felt like a good portion of your life just went to Greenville, correct? Okay, and that your safety and security left to Greenville as well, okay? And so we also talked a little bit about your anxiety level, because you mentioned that when you're thinking of Dad, your mind is not on homework. Is that correct? Did I miss anything? Okay, you want to tell me anything that maybe I missed that you just thought of, or?
It's also really hard for me because I have anxiety, and this is kind of weird, but I always wanted to have long nails, and I don't really have long nails because I had to pick them off, like the tips of them, and the anxiety has been causing me to do that, and also bite the inside of my lips.
Okay.
And it really hurts. Like, I have one right here and then right here and then right here.
All right.
So it's been causing me to do that ever since my dad left, because anxiety has different side effects for different people. And mine is my fingernails and the inside of my mouth, and it really hurts, and it's been causing me a lot of pain.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that that anxiety level is causing you to do various things. So you're very insightful about what you know about your anxiety level. On a scale of 1 to 5 right now, 1 being the worst and 5 not so bad, or actually, let's switch that. 1 being, or 0 being none, 1 being a little, and 5 being the worst, okay? I just switched it on you. So 0 being none, 1 being a little, 5 being the worst. Where are you at right now on the anxiety level?
Probably like 2.5, 3.
2.5 and 3. Tell me why that's different from last week to this week.
Because it's just been a lot more stressful for me, because my dad has just been gone, obviously, and right now, like I said last time, I'm redoing my room, and I can't really move my furniture anymore. But I think we're gonna do it today. But it's just been really stressful because like my room is a mess, because like I had to take everything out of my room to move my furniture, and now I have to put everything back. And it's been really stressful like that. And also, my dog Bella has been really depressed lately, and she's also getting really old, so
Mhm.
that's been scaring me a lot,
Okay.
and my anxiety's really, really bad.
Okay. But you said it was a 2. Do you feel as though 2 is a really bad thing? Okay, so, all right. So, 2 for you, you would like to have what? A 0? 0 anxiety level,
Mm-hmm.
meaning nothing. Okay, all right. Is that something that you would be wanting to work on today? Getting some coping skills for that? Okay, all right. So you said that your current state is at about a 2, maybe 2.5 for an anxiety level. How are you feeling right now? So this was some of the homework that I gave you last week, and it was a way to have some open communication with mom and dad, telling them how you feel, and then on the back, using some I statements so you could have open communication. So what I would like you to do is practice that open communication with me. Tell me, how are you feeling right now? We talked about your anxiety level, but definitely tell me how you feel.
I feel sad and scared.
Sad and scared. Okay. Do you know why you feel sad and scared?
I feel sad because I really, really, really miss my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And also feel scared because he moved away to Greenville and he was my security guard
Right.
thing. So
Mm-hmm.
and my security guard moved. So.
Right. Okay. And I'm so happy that you're able to tell me those things and that you feel confident and that you're able to pinpoint exactly what makes you sad and scared. Again, you are very insightful and you know exactly the things that get you anxious, get you sad, get you scared. Often kids don't know that, but you're pretty good at that. We also worked on I statements, like I said earlier last week. How do you feel about your homework? Were you able to exhibit your I statements, say when you're communicating with mom, dad, or sister? Were you able to use any of these?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did it work out for you?
It worked okay. Yeah, it worked okay.
Okay. What went okay? I mean, can you give me some more examples of what okay is with you? So give me a situation that you thought was like really good, open communication.
Whenever I was talking with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
I used this sheet
Mm-hmm.
and I just read off of it and I filled in the blanks. So I thought that was a good situation.
And how did she feel about that?
She felt kind of proud that I
Mm-hmm.
did it because I'm not a very open person.
Okay.
And I'm starting to become very open.
Very good.
And she was very proud of me.
Mm-hmm. How does that feel?
It feels good because I don't really do a lot to make her proud. She's always proud. She's usually always proud of me, but I'm not really in any sports right now, and she gets really proud of me whenever I win in a certain sport and stuff like that. But.
So you feel that if you are not in sports, you're not making mom proud? Is that how you? Did I read that right?
Not really. I know that she's always proud of me no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But she gets very, very proud of me whenever I win a certain game for my team.
All right.
And stuff like that.
So it's more elevated, is what you're saying. Okay, I'm getting it now. Okay. So, when was the last time you got to see Dad?
Last week on, I'll just say Thursday, because I stayed up until 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And have you seen Dad this week?
Yeah, I just saw him for a minute last night, and then this morning for only a minute because he was sleeping.
Okay, all right. And how does that feel, having Dad home temporarily?
It feels really good. It makes me really happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's spending the night tonight, so I feel like I won't really be worried when I go to sleep because he's going to be there.
Mhm.
So it makes me feel really safe and secure.
Okay, so I noticed that you changed a little bit when we were talking about last week, you know, and your state of last week as opposed to your state today, right now. Everything changed for you. Tell me why it changed.
I've been starting to manage it a lot better,
Mhm.
and I've been starting to get a lot more open with my mom
Mhm.
and telling her about how I feel.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's been helping me a lot.
Good. Very good. All right. Does Dad know that you're working on some coping skills because you really miss him?
Hmm.
Yeah. What does he say about that?
He is happy that I'm going through it because, not happy that I'm going through this whole
Right,
situation,
I knew. Yeah.
but happy that I'm going through coping skills
Mhm.
because I need to learn some because um, just in case like one of our pets dies suddenly, then I'll have some coping skills to cope with that. So
Okay. Good. Good. Very good. Speaking of pets, that was another alternative that we talked about last week is using our pet therapy. Maybe bringing our puppies and our kitties and our rabbits, and you have a gerbil, right?
hamsters.
Hamster, that's right, a hamster. Hamsters are bigger, right?
They're small.
Smaller. I'll get it. I swear I'll get it. So we said that we were going to work on that. How is that working out for you?
It's going good. My dog Mickey, he always tries to interfere with my homework, so
Mhm.
sometimes I just throw his toys out and to get him just to like play with me while I'm doing my homework. So I don't really think about anything else other than my dog and my homework. So
Okay. All right. So that's the biggest thing is we want you to refocus on school, and that's why we're here. So we're working on some good coping skills, some good alternatives to get you refocused and not worry about so much about Dad not being there, although that is the reality and I completely understand. Okay, and do you know that that's something that you're not able to control at this point, right? Okay, all right. And sometimes we just have to do what? Let it go, right? And sometimes that's hard to let it go. And so with that, we have to learn to manage that need to control something, and we all have that need to control something, but again, we have to just learn to let it go. Okay, all right. So, and that's why we're working on coping skills. Tell me about your anxiety level at this point. Do you like almost listen to yourself and script out what happens if, what would happen if Dad wasn't here and this happened? I'd like to readdress that. I think I caught on to that last week with your anxiety level. Do you script things out? What would happen if a fire broke out in our house and Dad wasn't here? Do you think about things like that?
yeah, I do that a lot.
Okay.
Where I'm like thinking about my dad, or I'm just like FaceTiming him sometimes. I just talk about like what happens if you're not here, whenever this happens and all that. And he tries to make solutions, but he even knows that those might not work in the situation if
Okay.
he's not here.
Right. Okay. So do you feel empowered to make up your own solutions on the what ifs? Okay. And then again, sometimes if we what if things all the time, what do you think happens if we what if things all the time?
I think I'll worry too much about. There's not really a humongous chance that there's going to be a fire, we're going to get broken into, and stuff like that. So I just need to like, if I keep on like, thinking what if, then I'll just get a lot more worried, and I'll get a lot more closed up and like depressed and.
Right. Okay. All right. So closed up and depressed is not what you want to be, correct? So, Brianna, if you are willing, um, I'd like to work on some other coping skills to help you with this adjustment. So you said the pet therapy worked, and the talking with mom and dad and the open communication using these awesome little emojis with the I statements helped you out. I'd like to give you another tool in your tool belt that you can use, and it's just a way for mindfulness and a way to calm yourself when you start thinking and scripting out the what ifs. What if this happened? What if that happened? And how to just stop. Are you willing to learn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first thing, in order to get yourself to stop and be more mindful, is often there's a trigger or a trigger word that can get your mind refocused. And I like to use the word stop. And you don't have to say it like that. It can be, an inner voice. Do you know what an inner voice is?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think an inner voice is.
It's like when you're kind of like talking to yourself in your head in a way, and you're like, stop doing this. If you stop doing it, then you might, like, if you stop it, then you can go get yourself like a cookie or like ice cream or something like that.
Right.
That's what I try to do sometimes.
That's perfect. That's absolutely correct. And so it sounds like your word is stop too. Okay. So with your permission, I'd like to help you out in mindfulness. And so we're going to work on your anxiety level, but we're definitely going to work on mindfulness first, because then we're able to relax and focus in on releasing that anxiety. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's work on mindfulness first. Mindfulness is just about thinking in the moment. Have you ever, like, maybe gone to the store and haven't realized how you got there? No? Okay, so you're pretty mindful on where you're at. So I have to be self-disclosure. So I have been several times driving in traffic, like from my home maybe to school or home to work, and I don't even remember how I got there. That's pretty scary, right? Because traffic's everywhere, and I don't know how I got there. It's not like I was sleepwalking or anything, but my mind was in 20 different directions. Do you ever feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
And especially with this situation with Dad gone, that just takes on a whole different meaning, correct? Okay, so being more mindful and being in the moment. So whatever you're doing, maybe you're at school, at home, and then the thought of Dad's not there anymore. What you have to do is you just have to bring yourself back. And when you hear or see or think of yourself moving in that direction of straying, you have to say, what's your word?
Stop.
Right. But you don't have to say it out loud. You can say it to yourself. Okay, you're like, stop. Then it just triggers you and it brings you back. Then you're able to focus on what's going on at school. Maybe you're writing. Maybe you're focusing on what your teacher's saying. Just stop. Okay. And that's mindfulness. Another activity that I'd like to do with you, and we're going to listen to some music with your permission and some other instruction. I'd like to teach you how to breathe. Often, breathing is just a natural reflex that we do. It's in and out, and that's what our body does to keep our bodies going. We breathe in and out, but often we forget how to breathe when we're trying to relax. So you can imitate me for a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a comfortable position, and you can either close your eyes or not close your eyes. It's completely up to you. And I would like you to focus on your breathing. So on your chest, do you feel that? Do you feel your air going just into your chest? Okay, so put your hand on your belly. Take some deep breaths so that you're filling up not just your chest, but your belly. Deep in, real long out. How does that feel?
It feels relaxing.
Feels relaxing? All right. Do you know that this is typically how people sleep better? Is when we're filling up our bellies and we're just releasing very slowly. And that's really relaxing for you, right? Okay. So when you are running, how do you think your breathing is different from now to when you're running?
You start to breathe a lot faster.
Okay.
And you start to run out of breath.
Right. So, and guess what? You're probably not filling up all the way to your belly because you're wanting to return that air as soon as possible and feed your muscles with oxygen. And so it's probably going in only into your chest and definitely not into your belly because you're not at a relaxed state when you're running or having fun. But when you want to focus and be mindful, you want to be relaxed and have nice deep breaths. So we're going to continue to place our hand on our chest and our belly. I feel comfortable enough to just close my eyes and practice my breathing. How are you feeling?
I feel tired and relaxed.
Tired and relaxed? Okay. Well, this is not the it of it. What I'd like to do is I'd like to put in a disc of ready, set, release. Okay? This is music and relaxation exercises for children. And I'm not a professional at scripting relaxation. I can teach people how to relax just by breathing, but this guy is awesome at doing scripted on relaxation, a true method. And so what I'm suggesting is we do either rainbow walking, cloud of calmness, or solar energy. What would you like to choose?
Cloud of calmness.
Cloud of calmness. All right. So we've got 4 minutes and 33 seconds of cloud of calmness, okay? You get to, that's track 10 on ready, set, release. Hold on just a moment. I'm going to turn off the lights. Is that okay by you? I'm just going to talk about inner voice.
This exercise is called the cloud of calmness. Sit comfortably with your feet on the floor and your eyes closed. Take 3 long, deep breaths. Feel yourself relaxing more and more with each breath. Let the rhythm of the music calm you. Feel yourself and your muscles relax. Feel your heart and breathing slow. Say to yourself, I am calm and relaxed.
Inner voice.
In your imagination, look up at the sky. See the word cloud, C-L-O-U-D. on the letter C. C stands for calm. Breathe in the fresh air of calmness. Let the air go and relax. Look at the letter L. L stands for letting go. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out now and let go of all the tight muscles in your body. Now, see in your mind the letter O. Breathe in the O and use it to open your mind to new thoughts and ideas. Let go of the breath, but keep your mind open. Continue to look at the sky and now see the letter U. U is for you and your uniqueness. Breathe in and think of something you are good at or would like to be good at as you breathe out. Take one more deep breath and repeat one positive thought about yourself. Let any tension or bad thoughts go when you exhale. The last letter is D. D means dream. Dream about your special place. Breathe quietly and dream of yourself floating on a fluffy cloud. Feel the sun warming and lighting you up. Drift with the breeze. Become any shape you want to. Feel totally relaxed. Now, say to yourself 3 times, I let go and relax. I let go and relax. I let go and relax. You feel refreshed and light as a summer breeze. Take a deep breath and return to your room. Open your eyes and stretch. Take a few moments to appreciate the good feelings that come with relaxation.
How you feeling?
Tired.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that tape, okay? Hold on just a moment. How'd that work out for you?
Felt good.
Do you want me to keep the lights on, or how do you feel?
I like them off because
Okay.
I have a headache.
Okay, great.
Eyes are
Okay,
hurting.
we can do that. All right. Do you think that this is an exercise that you could do when you feel yourself drift? We can work on, the mindfulness at school because you do have to be alert, but you could probably, do you feel as though that you could work on this type of script? It's called a script. When you feel a little bit anxious, a lot of bit anxious about Dad. Okay. So, were you able to envision the cloud and work on the CLOUND of things? I'm happy to write that down so it can trigger your memory, and maybe you can work on that a little bit. Is that something that you're willing to do? Okay, great. How is your current state right now after we did that exercise, that activity? How you feeling?
I feel really relaxed
Mm-hmm.
and more open.
More open, really relaxed. Perfect. So, your anxiety level right now, is it 0 being nothing, 5 being pretty high. Tell me where your anxiety level is.
I think it's probably like 1.5.
1.5? Okay. So today, when you came in, you said you were about a 2, 2.5. So we decreased it about a point, 1.5. So that's pretty good. You feeling pretty good about that? I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay. All right. And you think that this is something you would be able to do, work on for yourself? Okay, great. Tell me some other things. How are you feeling at this point? I mean, let's talk about your heart, your brain, your extremities. Um, Tell me about everything that's going on. I mean, as far as your body right now, when it comes to this anxiety.
Since I feel very relaxed, I don't really have any anxiety right now
Good.
going on, which is really good for me because
Mhm.
I usually have a lot of anxiety.
Okay.
And my body's just kind of tired, and whenever I'm tired, I'm like very like open, I guess,
Okay.
in a way.
So when you say a lot of anxiety, it's really about Dad leaving. Okay. All right. Is there any other coupled anxiety, meaning like anxiety with schoolwork or anything like that at this point? We talked about that last week, and that I gave you some skills on how to focus in on that. But is there any anxiety with schoolwork or anything like that? Okay.
Well, kind of. Because some of the schoolwork that I'm doing right now is really hard because I'm in GATE. And GATE work is a little bit harder than
It's challenging,
the
yes.
traditional work. And it's just really hard for me because sometimes I just get really stressed out and I have a lot of anxiety while I'm doing my schoolwork because, like, if I don't know the answer, I'm scared I'm going to get it wrong. So I just kind of stress out about it because my mom wants me to get good grades in school and I want to make her proud. So
What do you want in school?
I want to get a honor roll, and I want to try and get a lot more good grades. I have a lot of good grades, but occasionally I do get a bad grade. So I want to just try and get all good grades, and I want to get all A's as my average in the subjects.
Okay. So from what I understand from you is that there's some anxiety with school, but definitely most of the anxiety is with Dad being gone. Okay. And do you feel that this skill could also, the mindfulness as well as the relaxation, just even the breathing, could help you with your schoolwork as well? Okay, great. All right, so that's going to be your homework for this week. Okay, I want you to go ahead and continue to work on the I statements. Okay, and what you wish, and then using your emojis. I gave you this to take home. Using your emojis on how you feel, so you can do a self-check on you, and so you can let other people know how you're feeling. You can point to every emoji on how you're feeling at that moment, and then that open communication. You said the pet therapy was doing really well for you, so please continue to do that. And then do some relaxation. I'm happy to write all this down for you, and then you can take this, okay? All right. So I'd like to follow up with you next week on Thursday, if that's okay. I don't know if we'll videotape, but I definitely want to follow up with you, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions about what you learned today or what we discussed? Okay, I'm going to write you a pass and I'll let you go back to class, okay?